to predictability. The milkman, the paper boy, evening TV. Everywhere you look, there's a heart, a hand to hold on to. Everywhere you look, there's a face of somebody who needs you. Everywhere you look, when you're lost out there and you're all alone, life is waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look, everywhere you look.
Good morning, Lake Catholic. Today is Thursday, September 12th. I'm Carson.
And I'm Olivia, and this is CBN. Last week, we introduced to you the new CBN and what will be new to our show this year. As we continue to show off what's new, we want to give you a brief introduction to all of the new teachers here at Lake Catholic this year. You might have met some of them, but let's meet all of them.
And Mr. Shockey, what do you teach?
10th grade U.S. history.
10th grade U.S. history. What made you want to come teach at Lake Catholic?
Make a positive impact on the community.
And what's one fun thing you did over the summer?
Took a trip to Gettysburg.
What did you do prior to coming here?
Okay, prior to Lake Catholic, I worked in financial services, owned a business which I sold, and then I was at Catholic University of America for a couple years doing Greek and Latin, and then I was at the University of Oxford last year, and just moved back to Ohio a couple months ago.
Very nice. What do you teach here?
I teach Latin and Intro to Philosophy and Senior Theology.
What are you looking forward to most year?
I'm very much looking forward to campus ministry and retreats, and also the new Bible study club.
All right, thank you, Mr. Green.
So, Mr. Locker, what are you teaching here at Lake Catholic?
I'm currently teaching geometry, stats, and honor stats.
Okay. And what did you do before Lake Catholic?
I recently graduated from Kent State. I student taught at Willowick Middle School, and now I'm here.
Okay. And what is your favorite song?
That'd be Dancing in the Sky by Sam Barber.
What did you do here before coming to LC?
Last year, I tutored in the library at Lake Catholic, and before that, I taught science at Sugar Falls High School for 35 years.
Very nice. What are you teaching here at LC?
I have 4 sections of regular chemistry and 1 section of honors chemistry.
What is your favorite element?
My favorite element is cadmium, CD, because those are my initials.
What did you do before you came to Lake Catholic?
Before I was at Lake, I've been teaching for 20 years at 3 different Catholic schools in the area. Cleveland Central Catholic, Trinity, and Benedict, and I've always been an English teacher, but I was the athletic director at all those too because I've always been a coach. I had coached at Benedictine prior to being a teacher.
What are you teaching here at Lake Catholic?
Here I've got English also. I've got 9th graders and 12th graders, and then we've got a cinema class, which is probably our favorite so far.
What are you looking forward of the school year?
Well, it started off golf season because I'm coaching golf too, and so we're right in the throes of that, and I'm real interested to see what happens with this team. There's a pretty good group of guys. They seem to enjoy the game, and I know they love the game too. They love going out there every day.
Well, it's not shocking to hear that the new history teacher, Mr. Shockey, went to Gettysburg this summer.
I see what you did there, Carson. Shocking, clever.
I try. Anyways, if you get a chance to, and you haven't already, stop by and introduce yourself to our new amazing teachers. It's time for our Campus Ministry Minute. Thank you to everyone that has showed up for this morning's Mass and praying of the Rosary. It's great to see the chapel get more and more full each week as we get the chance to start our day in prayer and reflection. If you haven't been able to make it yet, don't forget there's Mass most Thursday mornings starting around 7 a.m.
Yesterday, we observed Patriot Day, September 11th, with moments of silence at each minute a plane hit one of the landmarks in New York, Washington, and Pennsylvania. Today, we'd like to honor 9/11 again with a quick prayer. Please quiet yourselves and your hearts as we honor everyone affected then and still affected today by what happened 23 years ago. A prayer for Patriot Day. Lord of mercy, Prince of peace, that date, 9/11, carries a heavy burden of memory. That day does not pass in the calendar without our remembering. We remember the images of death and destruction, images that human eyes were never meant to see. We remember words our ears were never meant to hear, the tender last words of husbands and wives who will never embrace again.
We imagine the feeling of emptiness in the arms of children who at the end of the day could not find mom or dad for their welcome home hug. We remember our own feelings of our emptiness as our sense of security, as our own confidence in the predictable order of life and work was radically shaken.
That date, 9/11, carries a heavy burden of memory. We remember the heroism of the many that lost their lives in saving others. We remember all those who suffered and died. We grieve for them still, friends and strangers alike, along with their families and friends.
This date, 9/11, carries a heavy burden of memory, and it is right that it should not pass from our memory. But today, and in this prayer, along with our remembrance of profound loss, it also seems right that we give voice to our deep longing for peace. And with this prayer, commit ourselves to those actions that will draw us closer to our most ancient and most holy desire, peace among all God's children. Lord, grant us peace. Amen.
As we turn to news around Lake Catholic, we remember that Cleveland State is here today for a college visit for those who signed up. Homecoming tickets will be on sale starting Tuesday, September 17th until Thursday, September 26th in the Spirit Store. Each ticket will be $25. Packets with homecoming information forms will be available in the main office in the Spirit Store. All forms must be completed before purchasing tickets. All of the forms will also be emailed to you, and a link to all of the forms will be included in the weekly bulletin. If you have any further questions, please email Ms. Paradise. Attention freshmen, if you are interested in running for class officer for the school year, that would be the position of president and vice president, then you may pick up a candidate packet from Mrs. Riddler in H19 on Monday, September 16th or Tuesday, September 17th after school, but only until 2:50 p.m. Everyone running must pick up their own candidate packet, and you must run as a pair. If you have any questions, see Mrs. Huffgard or Mrs. Riddler.
The tutoring center is open with writing center support available to students every period. Students are encouraged to take this advantage of this resource during study hall or if they need any extra writing assistance. Additionally, earlier this week, Ms. Krobeck started math tutoring on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 8 to 2:30. Students may sign out of study hall to attend these tutoring sessions. Students are not permitted to leave a scheduled class to receive tutoring this year. Starting this week will be an exciting 4-day stretch for the athletic department. On Saturday, September 14th, the school will hold its first ever Athletic Hall of Fame induction ceremony. The school is honoring 7 members of our community for their achievements during their time at Lake Catholic. 5 athletes, 1 coach, and athletic director will all be inducted. The evening will be a great way to further engage with our community while celebrating all the success the school has had in athletics.
That's going to be a great night for all Cougars. And then on Tuesday, September 17th will be Athletic Giving Day, which will raise funds for the athletic programs at Lake Catholic. This will help offset expenses like transportation, uniforms, field maintenance, etc. Our Director of Advancement, Mrs. Ranabon, told us that we're hoping to count on our alumni and donors to help us create a fun and interactive day while celebrating the pride we have for Lake Catholic.
Those both sound like they are going to be 2 great events. What a way for our alumni and our community to show Cougar spirit and pride. Let's head over to Chance for the rest of our sports update.
Good morning, Cougars, and welcome to the jungle. Just a couple quick reminders. First, you must have your student ID to get your free admission to our home sports events, whether football, volleyball, or soccer. If you do not have your ID, you will have to pay the $5 student admissions fee. Also, if you are interested in playing softball this spring, the team started having open fields earlier this week. The team will be on the field from 3:30 to 5 on Mondays and Wednesdays, weather permitting. Anyone is welcome to attend. Lastly, the marching band will be participating in the LCMEA Marching Band Festival at Menor High School on Wednesday, the 18th. Go out and support the band. As we look forward to the upcoming week, both the boys and the girls golf teams will be competing in the North Coast Conference tournaments. This will mark the first time any of the Cougar teams take part in the competition entirely composed of the new conference schools. At the beginning of the school year, we left the Crown Conference and joined the North Coast Conference, along with CVCA, Padua, NDCL, Elyria Catholic, Beaumont, and Holy Name, All of our teams will be part of the new conference this year, except for football, which will join the conference next season. That's all we have this week for sports. Let's go back to Liv and Carson at the desk.
Thanks, Chance. Just a couple more quick things before we wrap up for this week. Mr. Willis would like to remind everyone that you must have a parking pass and park in the correct spot. If you do not have a pass, you need to park in the last 2 rows. You must have your locks on your lockers, and anytime you are in the halls during class period, you must have a hall pass. We'll be back with you next week at this time, but until then, happy birthday to everyone who will be celebrating this week.
It's your birthday, yes it is, it's your birthday, yes it is, it's your birthday, so happy birthday to you, yes you. It's your birthday, yes it is, it's your birthday, yes it is, it's your birthday, so happy birthday to you, yes to you.
We hope you all have a great day. Stay tuned for next week on CBN to meet some of our international students.
Before we see you again, be sure to remember our commitment to excellence, our spirit of respect and compassion, your personal integrity, and our willingness to serve. Until next week, I'm Carson.
And I'm Liv.
And thanks
for watching CBN.